Jumbo, fellow adventurers, Mike Dooley here for a spiritual tune-up on what is our first really cold day in Florida. Woo, it's cold outside. Nothing compared to where you are, I'm sure. Today's tune-up, like all of them, are made possible by your questions down below on Facebook and Instagram. And to ensure the longevity of this gig of tune-ups every single day, please share, engage, like, post, wave, stars, whatever, however spirit moves you. Today's question, I can't believe, hasn't been asked in the 200 earlier tune-ups that I've done. It's about creative visualization, one of my favorite topics. In a nutshell, the questioner is looking for some tips and wants to know what is the ideal duration of a creative visualization exercise. Well, I got more to share than just that. I've got 9 guidelines that I have been building upon for the 20 years I've been teaching about thoughts become things. Here's the question in further detail. How long do I need to spend visualizing? I hear 20 minutes 3 times a day. Who told you that? Or 30 minutes a day with absolute detail. Or 5 minutes a day throughout the day. And then I've also heard only 17 seconds a day. I get a bit concerned sometimes because with small kids, I don't get long periods of quiet to sit and visualize. Also, when I do visualize, I do more so with feeling and words than seeing actual images. Will that have as much an impact? Okay, so lots of juicy stuff here to cover. The premise, of course, I gotta share this. In this world of illusions, these sacred, hallowed jungles of time and space, there's one immovable rule or law or construct that makes everything possible. Our thoughts become things. That's why I start these things every day with 3 fingers. Thoughts become things, not sometimes, but all the time. It is the end-all and be-all of not only living the life of your dreams, but it's how time reveals each precious second to you. You get what you think about, full stop. There's everything else, karma, spiritual contracts, zodiac signs, what God's mood is, what God wants for you. All of that is second fiddle to you and your power to choose your thoughts wisely. Now, let me share. There have been a lot of successful people in the world who never practiced creative visualization. Whether or not you practice it, your thoughts become things. So if you're naturally inclined to think optimistic, happy, successful thoughts, look out, world, because you're going to make those thoughts become the things and events of your life. If you're not so positively inclined, well, it's going to maybe be a bumpy ride, although you're still inclined to succeed. We all are. So take the pressure off. You don't have to get this right in order to reap huge dividends from a creative visualization practice. And let me add, while you don't have to do creative visualization by any stretch of the imagination, when you know what we know, that we are divine creators through our focus, our words, which are our thoughts, our actions, which are our thoughts in motion, why wouldn't you visualize? It's the least you can do for the biggest bang in return investment. So what I'm going to do with you now is share my guidelines for creative visualization. This is a nutshell, okay? These come from my latest book on the topic, Playing the Matrix and Getting What You Really Want, a program for living deliberately, creating consciously. But here's those 9 guidelines. Just briefly, because we've got 5 more minutes. Once a day. Don't have to do it 2 times, 3 times, 4. Once a day and drop it. Get back to the here and now where all good things happen. Get back to enjoying who you've already become and what you already have. Do not create this visionary world and present day world and keep visiting the visionary world and keep coming back to the present world. You get psyched up, bummed out, and it feels hopelessly impossible. 1 time a day. Guideline number 2, don't do it for longer than 5 or 10 minutes. That's the maximum. That's not the recommended. Maximum 5 or 10 minutes. Who told you to do it for 20? Well, these are just guidelines. You can do it any way you like to do it. Okay, you can do it all day Monday, take Tuesday off, whatever you want. But these are guidelines that have worked humongously for me. So don't do it longer than 5 or 10 minutes because, as I like to joke, you're going to start daydreaming about sex or something. And then you're going to get mad at yourself and you're going to say, oh, I can't do this. I have adult ADD. It's like, no, you can do this. You're just trying to do it too long. I visualize every morning with a timer for 4 minutes. When the timer goes off, I'm done for the entire day. And some days I miss, and I always take the weekends off. There's a lot of latitude and wiggle room like I shared with you yesterday. So one time a day, no longer than 5 or 10 minutes, and then get back to the here and now. You've made your mark. The universe got the marching orders. You don't need to go, are you still on it? Did you remember? Hey, don't forget me. That just reinforces the lack in your life. There's so many reasons not to do it longer than 5 or 10 minutes, besides the daydreaming thing, which is real. And there's so many reasons not to do it more than one time a day. You just don't need to. Once is ideal. 12 times is not better, it's worse. 2 times, if something critical is coming up and you want to do it twice in a day or 3 times, you've got wiggle room. Number 3, I've already implied, ritualize it. Make it a routine. You'll be 100 times more likely to stick with it if it's a ritual. Do not think, oh, today I'm going to visualize for 4 minutes. Yeah, good luck with that. Every day before you turn on your computer, when you're sitting at your desk, for example, you visualize for 4 minutes. And as a part of the ritual, time it. Use your cell phone timer. Count down 4 minutes or 10 minutes or whatever you choose. I do it sometimes for 1 minute. And when the buzzer goes off, you're done. And if you daydreamed and it wasn't that effective, you're done. You're going to learn, and tomorrow you'll do a better job. Have a light heart with this. Do it one time to the best of your ability. If you daydream, that's okay. The universe still picked it up, and you'll do better tomorrow. Just let it be easy, or you're not going to stick with it. Ritualize it with a timer, a chosen time and place in your house or in your office, a chosen chair, a chosen couch, a chosen lotus-style position, or whatever. Ritualize it and never deviate from that ritual. Do not allow anything to come between you and that. Maybe if you've got kids, like you said, before you get out of bed, at 6 a.m. or 7 a.m., you visualize, sit upright for 4 minutes, and then go get the kids. If they're crying, you have to improvise. Okay, number 4. When you close your eyes, visualize every conceivable detail, sights, sounds, textures, aromas. We're not attaching to those details, as I shared yesterday, but those details make it real. It makes it come alive. Those details are not important for any other reason to get you into that zone where this is reality. You can taste it. You can smell it. You're breathing it, baby. So visualize all the details is number 4. Number 5, the most important detail, emotion. If you have trouble, as 15% of every audience of mine does, seeing details when you close your eyes, Mike, what are you talking about? It's dark. No problem. Skip number 4 and go to number 5. Feel the emotion. That detail will take you home. If you're already visualizing with feelings and emotion, sparked and stimulated by wise word choices and mantras, home run. That's way more important than the details that you're seeing with your physical senses. You've got your heart involved. Emotion is the turbocharger of manifestation. Everything will happen faster, quicker, better, more harmoniously if you're feeling that joy that you anticipate feeling once the dream has come true. Number 6, perhaps, and I don't always do this, but it's a good tool, think it out in advance. Like before you set that timer, what am I going to visualize? I'm going to the store, the groceries, in my brand new car. I'm going to be putting the top down and blasting the music and wearing mittens and mufflers and a scarf. I'm going to park far away from all other cars so nobody dings it. That's a very negative, fearful thought. After I go grocery shopping, I'm going to go by the kids' school and I'm going to play Bruce Springsteen really loud. Or Just create a script in your mind. Then when you close your eyes, you just do this script. It doesn't have to be a car. It can be love. It can be joy. It can be confidence. It can be pride. You know, not a runaway pride, but just a love for self. You can visualize and manifest emotions as well as tangible things. Enlightenment. Visualize that you're already enlightened, that you're glowing and people are commenting. So that's scripting it out. You could script it out longhand, or you could just think, okay, today I'm going to visualize I'm at the beach. I'm at my beach home, and it's springtime, and there's a rainbow over the ocean. Boom. Now you've got a script, and you're going to stick with that script for a couple of minutes. Oh, what's the minimum time? I'm often asked. It just makes sense to me that you would do it for a minute or two. Sometimes I do a 1 minute visualization before creative writing. I don't know if there's a minimum. Thoughts become things. You don't even have to visualize. But, you know, a couple of minutes is going to get you in that emotional zone. Number 7, be in the picture. When you close your eyes, I want you to be driving the car. Your hands on the steering wheel. Remember the secret? My part in the secret? Be in the picture. Don't be a fly on the wall, although that might work too. There's so much wiggle room. You could be a fly on the wall, watching yourself down below, living your rocking life. But more, I recommend you're in that picture. You're living that dream. You're saying hi. People are talking to you. You're living it. Be in the picture. Don't just imagine your car floating by, you know, in a cloud that's surrounded by gold. There's my dream car. I'm visualizing my car. It might show up on a blimp one day as an advertisement. There's your manifestation. That would really suck. Number 8, when you visualize, only visualize the end result. Do not visualize how you get there. So you visualize the end or beyond. The dream already came true. Number 9, get physical. I won't go into it, but if I can get there and pump my fist, yeah, baby, love my life, I love my life, woohoo! Happy dance, bounce in your chair, get on your feet. Why? Because it fuels the emotion and it makes it feel real. So get a little bit physical. You don't have to, these are guidelines. The only rule that's unavoidable is that your thoughts become things. And I think I'm going to add a 10th guideline that's so important, and it's not really visualizing, but while all of these things are going to serve you, what will matter the most to bring it home is not just visualizing, but going out into the world, waving your wand, taking the baby steps, pressing the flesh, asking for help, applying for the job, starting the book. Physically do something. If you're just visualizing like a maestro and you're knocking all of these check boxes, you're not going to get it. It's not going to work unless you embody it with faith, and that will take you out into the world, at least through the internet during coronavirus, and ask for help, knock on doors, and do all you can to physically move incrementally, baby steps towards that dream as if it was realized, behaving as if it already came true and or moving in its direction to facilitate its manifestation. Okay, that all came from Playing the Matrix, one of my many books. Thank you for your time. Thanks for letting me do these spiritual tune-ups. I'll be back tomorrow answering one of your questions. I might answer your question if you post it below. Thanks for the waves and the stars and the engagement. Welcome back, Animal Reiki Lady on Instagram, and Barbara on Facebook, Amy, Michelle, Susan, Yolanda, Patricia, Aurora, the Mauve Flower. Glad you're here. Glad all of you are here. Lots of love from cold Orlando, Florida. Have the best Tuesday of your life so far. Tally ho, amigo.